Good luck with your people. Luck? I don't need luck. I traded you in for a giant killer robot. He's got a sword and everything. I'm good. Quote, Solila and Darak. With the fate of the sacred ring in their hands, Darak and Solila must embark on separate paths to save their worlds. Presented by Skybound Entertainment, distributed by Image Comics, Void Rivals, Volume 1, Issue 12, The Energon Universe. We go to Premier Zaliak reporting to Minister Dunlin. Premier Zaliak says, I'm dropping all pretense. My army has failed. Your son and his company did escape. They fled to the wasteland. We pursued them, but they have slipped through my grasp. Unity has not been averted and is very much still in play. I fear, Mr. Dunlin, that the fate of everything we hold dear now rests in your hands. Mr. Dunlin responds, it pains me to see you this way, Premier Zalek. I am well aware of what is at stake, so your distress is warranted, but it alarms me no less to see someone of your stature brought so low. In the last issue, Darak, Solila, and Autobot Springer fought off the Zartonian army. Zalek and Dulin were first revealed to be working together to prevent reunification of their people in issue 4. Dulin reminds his counterpart that they've had close calls before, but the Agorians have always cleaned up Zalek's messes in the past. Minister Dulin says, calm yourself, friend. We've been at this for longer than I care to acknowledge. This isn't our first scare, and it isn't the first time the Agorians have had to clean up the mess, and I fear it won't be the last. Dulin out. As Zalek leaves his chamber, one of his troops reports that their scientists have been examining the data pad they received from the soldiers in the wastelands, and that the information contained within could change everything for the Zartonians. Zalek orders the soldiers to notify him when the findings are confirmed. Springer gave Zartonian data on Energon and its effects on the Zartonians Argorians, as seen in issue 10, last issue. In the streets of Zartonia, Ultum finds Proximus lying in an alley. Ultum is the same boy we saw with the resistance that was trying to help Darak and Solila break out but sold out the resistance. Ultum, thinking Proximus is dead due to his missing limbs, reveals that he was abandoned by the Unifiers for his betrayal and has since been made a cadet by the Zartonian army with the promise that they would find his mother. However, Ultum is pretty sure she's dead, a belief Proximus echoes. As Ultum begins to cry, Proximus tells him to stop, lest the soldiers hear. Ultum apologizes and asks if he can hide with Proximus, a request the hunter reluctantly agrees to. We've always seen Proximus as a killer, a soldier. We've never seen him show emotions. Though Proximus hitched a ride with his Zartonian army after getting his mechanical limbs removed by Spring in issue 10, he appears to have chosen not to return to being Zalek's prisoner as he was in issue 7. Then we go to Darak and Solila after they managed to escape the Zartonian army. Darak says, I've had some time to think about it and I still don't like it. Why would we part ways? Where are you going to go? Solila says, I've been charged with the sacred task of finding Zerta. I don't expect you to understand. I don't want to hear your ridicule. You may deny it, but I know you heard her voice. I have now heard it too. She called to me from within the sacred ring. Darak then says, I want to go with you, but I can't. Can I? Solila was first told of her sacred mission by Mistress Vil in issue 5, and she references both her and Darak having heard Zerta's voice in issue 10 and 2, respectively. Solila says, no, this is something I must do alone. Zerta told me the time of unity is drawing near. Your people and mine coming together. Everything we've done since we've met has all been part of this. You need to go to your people and prepare them. Darak replies, sure, so they can lock me up the same way your people did? I could probably use your help. Solila says, you'll do just fine on your own. Darak responds, no, I won't. The Handroid adds, he really doesn't. On Monicus, Skutzoid finds himself in a high-speed pursuit as he flees from Lord Giconi. Lord Giconi is a greedy, cruel, brutish, shrewd, and cowardly. All these describe the rotund Lord Giconi of Monicus. A gangster and a showman, Lord Giconi runs brutal, gladiator-style games in his pit of destruction, where he rigs the contest and skims profits from the gambling proceeds. Skutzoid manages to escape with his prize for Bosch, but as he prepares to leave the asteroid, he looks up at the stars and says, okay, whatever you are, you better be worth it. He then sighs and mutters, who am I kidding? With his head down, reflecting on the emptiness of all, especially knowing that his family has left him. Monicus and Lord Skycom come from Generation 1 cartoon episode The Gambler. In Springer's base in the wasteland, Solila prepares to depart on her journey to find Zerta Tryon. Springer says, if we're going, we should go. You can tell me all about your interaction with Jetfire on the way. Darak says, okay, just give me a minute. Springer asks Darak to tell him about his encounter with Jetfire from back in issue 1. Solila says, good luck with your people. Darak replies, luck? I don't need luck. I traded you in for a giant killer robot. He's got it sorted. I'm good. Solila says, right. And you have the data packet for the unifiers. I don't want you letting them down as much as I don't care for Canella. Ultim betrayed Canella and the other unifiers to the Zartonian army in issue 6. It was during their escape that Solila promised to get Canella's data packet to their counterparts on Agoria, a mission she asked Darak to fulfill for her in this issue. Darak says, I won't let them down. I'll find whoever these Agorian counterparts are, and I'll help them get linked up. I promise, Solila says. You're a good man, Darak. Darak replies, and you are. Sometimes nice, Solila. Sorry, I'm not good with sincerity. As Solila is walking away, Darak shouts, Solila, wait, as Solila turns around. Darak says, I want to give you this, as he hands the hand droid to Solila. Darak adds, I have a feeling where you're going, you'll need it more than I will. The handroid says, I do not approve of this. Allowing a Zartonian to wear a handroid is absolutely forbidden, treasonous even. Darak says, oh, put it on my tab. Solila responds, thank you. I promise I will return it. The handroid adds, well, that's something at least. As Solila takes off her helmet, she says, Darak, you remind me of my brother. We then see a young boy with a black eye, beaten and crying. Darak says, oh, thanks. Solila replies, no, that's not a good thing. I don't want you to end up as he did. Another question arises. Is Ultim the boy from the Unifiers and now the Zartonian cadet? Is this the brother of Solila Polada? Solila says, please take care of yourself. As both of their foreheads come together, the gems begin to glow, initiating the unity and the awakening of the giant mechanical entity. As they say goodbye, she presses her forehead to his, and their mind eyes touch. Inside the black hole at the center of the sacred ring, a giant mechanical figure awakens, turning its glowing green eyes outward. As soon as the two separate, the figure returns to its slumber. Next, presented by Skybound Entertainment, distributed by Image Comics, Void Rivals, Volume 1, Issue 13, The Energon Universe. Pythona of Cobra La ventures deep into space. Will her mission spell certain doom for the Void Rivals?